on, intro. It's intro time. Shush. Everyone shut up. What's going on, main characters? It's your boy Talks Too Much with Third Party Studios. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're talking about Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. This video game just keeps bringing terrible news to Rocksteady, and we're here for all of it. But before we get into the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new, share the video out there, smash that like button, and if you haven't already, check out the merch store with the link in the description below. With all of that out of the way, let's get into it. Let's go over to Rocksteady revealed this last week. Rocksteady reveals Arkham Batman isn't dead in Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League as devs scramble to rewrite its $200 million disaster from Montanaro over at that Park Place. I think this is so fucking desperate. This reads as like, I honestly wish this game would just die. Didn't it have like less than 100 players or some ridiculously low numbers? Maybe that's too low. But I thought it
was like on the heels of like Concord and shit like that, where it's like no one plays this game.
Yeah, and honestly, I don't think that there were Arkham fans who were really like sold on that anyway. Like, I don't know if I really believe that people were convinced that that this story really affected Arkham. Like, I think most people were just keen to write it off as it never existed and just get ready for their next Arkham game. So I mean.
I mean, this is supposed to be like in the Arkham universe or whatever. It was Kevin Conroy's last outing as Batman before he sadly passed away.
Right.
And they fucking shoot him right in the face. And now they're backtracking and saying that, no, they're just, the heroes in the game are just clones.
Yeah. So the article reads, after a tumultuous year defined by criticism, financial loss, and plummeting reputation, Rocksteady's Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League has concluded its disastrous live service run. The final twist, those beloved Justice League heroes, including Kevin Conroy's iconic Arkham Batman, weren't actually killed, they were clones. And yeah, that's the fucking, like, lazy writing twist. Like, you were probably better off just completely shitting on this game and just saying this is no longer and never has been, never will be canonical. Like, it doesn't, like, you're better off just completely condemning this project and
well,
saying,
it raises more questions than answers.
Right.
Like, oh, they're just clones. It's like, all right, cool. Where the fuck were the heroes then this entire time?
Right.
You think Batman's gonna fuck off while, like, Brainiac is doing his thing? It's like, where was he then? If that was just a clone.
Exactly. And I mean, all of this in the article it points to, and it all ties back to like Sweet Baby Inc.'s involvement. I mean, that was really the thing. Like, Sweet Baby Inc. detected on Steam, pointed out all of these games that were directly influenced by them or had some level of influence from them. And it got really, really easy to see this shit. Like, this terrible writing, this obvious like DEI initiatives into DEI and ESG initiatives into gaming. It became so transparent, and Suicide Squad Killed the Justice League was really the nail that the final nail in the coffin for a lot of people. It was this, and I think there were like two more games that were really like at the time really big focuses of this. But Suicide Squad Killed the Justice League pissed off so many people that they literally backlashed hard enough to create a whole unique forum on Steam pointing to this one nonprofit company that
quote unquote nonprofit.
Yeah, quote unquote. Well, they're taxpayer funded. I think we went through all of that. It was either takethis.org or takethat.org, or it was Sweet Baby Inc. that got like like almost $1 million in tax funds in order to just exist, and it didn't actually generate any money from it. It just made like articles and like involve themselves in media just to force this shit down people's throats. I hope all of that gets cut. If all of that got cut, I'd be super happy. That would make my year.
Yeah, I mean, Rocksteady's backtracking right now on this because they want to do more Batman games in the Arkham universe.
Mm-hmm.
And it reeks of like, well, you didn't think ahead at all.
Right. Well, and even like Mrs. Freeze, like I completely forgot about that, but Mrs. Freeze came. This was one of their later additions, wasn't this like a patch or like an update or something that they did?
Was that supposed to be like Sam Smith or something?
At the body shop. Yeah. So it was
doing some unholy, that's for sure.
Yeah, this whole project was fucking unholy.
Scroll up.
Sure.
There's a quote right there. It's as if Rocksteady is trying to say, okay, it wasn't quoted. It's just like, hey, we're just kidding. Don't be mad. I know we just killed like one of the most beloved superheroes and voice actors of all time, but
well,
it wasn't really him.
Well, and they did it to all of the Justice League, like not all of them, but they did it to all the big Justice League members and the most beloved ones. Like these are the fucking heroes that people were buying T-shirts for. They were the things that Sheldon was wearing, like these T-shirts all across the fucking stupid TV show. What?
Stupid TV
It is
show.
a stupid
Big
TV
Bang
show.
Theory.
Big Bang
It
Theory.
is horrible.
It's terrible. It's a shit on nerd culture. I fucking hate it. But yeah, I mean, these are the types of heroes that people were like literally idealizing and looking up to and thought were amazing and were literally buying merchandise for or have been childhood fans of these characters. And you did them out in the most disrespectful way you possibly could. I don't understand how you thought that could possibly have landed well. There's no logic. There's no train of logic that leads to that.
It's a California bubble.
It must be. Honestly, even in California, I would be, unless you are in charge of this project and you hate these characters, how you could even contemplate doing them so freaking dirty. Like,
well, they do. There was this one chick, I don't remember if she's going to be like a writer in one of these studios or some shit, but they're like, one of their questions in the interview was like, basically it's like, why do we hate Batman or some shit?
right.
And yeah, they're like, explain why Batman is horrible.
Yeah, good luck with that, making that argument. Unless you're talking about the Batman who laughs, like, or one of the darker storytelling characters, which obviously is not the Arkham character that you are entrusted with. You're not making that case strong enough. There's just no way you can.
Sorry, the answer was he's a straight, white, patriarchal male with billionaire, and he doesn't do anything for the poor or some shit.
Oh my god. He like there's Batman. It was Batman was one of the biggest philanthropists in the entirety of DC. Like, oh my god.
They live in their own world.
You should be more pissed off at Lex Luthor. It's like,
right?
Who would only do nice things as a way to cover up his surprise attacks against the Justice League. It's like, fuck.
I did a bad thing, but really it was a good thing.
Right. That one's rough. You want honestly, the whole situation with trying to change this up just to the clones thing is a desperate fucking move. It's so obviously desperate that it and I'm just
it's JK, we're making more Arkham games, so come back.
I hope that this game did something to them as far as like not just this game specifically, but I hope this did something reputationally for the fandom where it does make people think twice. Like
you go back and play Arkham Knight these days, and that game came out in 2015. It looks insanely good still to this day.
Yeah.
And a lot of people's like top 10 best games is like City and Asylum.
Right. I think that I hope this game just makes people rethink their next game, right? Like people I think are a little hesitant to go back to their classics and relive those more fun experiences. Now, given I understand the impulse to try to get something new as well. Like I'm constantly trying to figure out what new game I'll be interested in playing. Marvel Rivals was that for me recently. But at the same time, it's like I have no problem going back and playing Baldur's Gate 3 again, or going back and playing For Honor, or any classic games that I've already enjoyed or played through. It's like
a lot of people. You gotta keep in mind too, like, yes, Rocksteady made the Arkham series. They also made this game. It's not the same studio that made the Arkham series. Everyone's left or moved on.
Right.
It's just the same in name only. With BioWare, they have been a different studio since like fucking 2012.
Right. None of these people stuck around. So you're not like entrusting the franchises to the same talent.
Yeah. It's not the same creators. It's just the same fucking brand name. That's it.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm excited for this game to fall into obscurity. But I am hoping that it gets referenced in the future as people are comparing games back and forth, and people remember what this game did as far as how it approached its story. I'm
We got so many meme games in last year.
yeah,
Where it's like this game is just a meme.
true. I mean, but honestly, like every game, I mean, people were so aware this year. People were so aware of what good, like what bad games would look like on the shelves. Like they saw trailers or they saw some marketing for it, and they a lot of people instantly knew, oh, avoid that one, consider this one, definitely go to this one. Like people were more like the consumer base was definitely more aware this last year with their money, and it obviously shows in the 2024 Game Awards that got put out. So, and honestly, I think in entertainment as in general, we saw what did we talk about last week, where Ubisoft lost $10 billion for in the last couple of years, and a lot of other studios are getting hurt as well from all their failures.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. I'm going through Ubisoft's back catalog right now. Like I'm playing older Assassin's Creed games, Mass Effect games, and whatnot. It's like you guys are so good.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're just shit.
Yeah, it's going to be really hard for any of those studios to turn it around, especially if they're not going to fire any of the people who are making these mistakes. I mean, if you run a company where you
what's his hers face from
they thems,
uh Veilguard?
yeah,
I think they got shit canned.
I guess so. But I mean, you're not talking about a whole team, right? You're talking about like one creative person,
The creative director, yeah.
right? And I mean, I think that you probably, even as a creative director with all of your power, are probably still not able to completely weed out the corruption in your teams. Obviously, all of those devs who were still working under that person didn't disagree ideologically enough to like speak up or do anything about it, or even just leave themselves. It's not like there was ever
That's
an
gotta be
exodus.
insane. Just being a normal person working like fucking 4 or 5 years on a game to where you're just like, this is cringe as fuck.
Yeah, it's yeah. See, that's exactly what I mean. Even if you get rid of the creative director, the people who are under them are still the same people, are on the same wavelength. You could replace a creative director with a hard MAGA right wing, like racist, bigot, ultra nationalist, every bad word in the dictionary, and
Every ist.
yeah, every istophobe, and you're still not going to be able to put out a game because that's one guy, a powerful guy, but I mean he still has to run that team. He's gonna have to it's gonna take a year to churn out anyone who he doesn't have any authority or who he can't make do their job. Like just to fire people
I see like a lot of those like developers and writers and whatnot that are just in lockstep with like, we're gonna make this as woke, DEI, and as gay as possible, and they're just doing it, and they're like, what is that? It's like the Nazis or whatever. We're just taking orders.
Yeah,
I was just taking orders.
I can't. That sentence pisses me off more than most sentences. It's like there's not that many sentences that piss me off. That is a sentence that pisses me off. I mean,
doing what I was told.
I mean,
I didn't think about it or have anything to say about it. Or
you ever look into those experiments? I can never remember what the experiment is called or who the scientist who was running the experiment was. But it's the authority test, where it's basically like you're hearing recordings of someone being shocked behind a wall, and you pull the levers to do it, and incrementally keep pulling levers.
Oh, I have heard of that test.
Yeah,
I don't remember what it was.
If you in the comments in the video, let us know if you remember who that test was. It's quite it's interesting as shit.
It's like a mob mentality, because there's another test too where like they had a bunch of people in the room. Everyone was an actor except for one person. Like a bell would ring, everyone would stand up and do something or whatever, and then the person that wasn't an actor was like, "What the fuck's going on?" But like the third or fifth time that happened, they started doing it too.
Yep. I love that so I have actually been in one of those tests before. Not that one specifically, but it was god damn it. It was like back in high school. So it was a long time ago, but there was some sort of like what was it? God damn it. Anyway, I'm very glad that I sat there looking at all these people like they were fucking idiots and didn't jump in and do it along with them. That was,
You didn't have that mass hysteria kind of mentality.
I was just so grateful because god damn it, do I not really respect those people at all. I'm so glad that I didn't know what was happening, but I do remember I just like watched and let them just keep doing it.
You're a nonconformist.
I guess I'm a little bit of a nonconformist. I guess I conform to that idea. I'm the least conformist because I don't conform to you nonconformists.
I'm so nonconformity.
All right, let's cover the last story. We got a bit of time here left over, so let's cover politics. I know this is your favorite topic, you know?
Yeah.
All
it's our audience's favorite topic. Politics.
Hell yeah.
I tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life.